After nearly 90 years of consistently holding a priesthood session, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints is doing away with the Saturday General Conference evening meeting.
Yeah, church also announcing October's General Conference will once again be held virtually. New specialist Dan Rascone has reaction now about those changes. Dan?
Mike and Deanie, this is a big change to be dropping that Saturday evening session. That priesthood session especially has been around for a very long time. For Latter-day Saints, it's one less meeting, but for many businesses around here, it means the loss of a lot of customers.
For reasons you know, I stand before you in an empty auditorium.
April 2020.
I love joining with you in your homes.
October 2020.
This last year has been one for the record books.
And April 2021. All virtual conferences for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And just today, the church announcing that will also now include October 2021.
I'm very surprised.
Many surprised. Considering just down the street, the Vivint Arena will open up tomorrow night with full capacity, nearly 20,000 fans.
So I thought with everything opening, the conference would certainly be held for everyone to come and see.
The church also making another big change. No more Saturday evening sessions. According to the church's history department, the priesthood session has been a consistent meeting since 1933, and the women's and young women's meeting since 1984. 348. Tough news to hear for the owner of Crown Burger, located a couple blocks away from Temple Square. They've been here for 38 years, and every year like clockwork, pre-COVID,
you get the first hit at 12 o'clock.
The crowds come.
Second hit is at 4 o'clock.
Following each session of General Conference, but the Saturday evening is the big one.
And the last one at 8, and the last one at 8 o'clock is bigger than the first two. But yeah, it's a big weekend for us.
This change seems consistent with recent trends we've seen in simplifying and reducing.
Richard Turley Jr. is a former assistant church historian and recorder. He says he's not surprised by the drop of the Saturday night session.
Church leaders have been emphasizing during President Nelson's administration in particular the idea of a home-centered, church-supported organization.
And as for going virtual again in October?
I think we need to remember that the church is a global organization, and that while the pandemic appears to be on its way out in the United States, there's still other parts of the world where it's raging.
The church history department telling me that back in the 70s, they actually had a welfare meeting that was at 7 o'clock in the morning on Saturdays. And in the early days of the church, General Conference would sometimes go for 3 to 5 days. In Salt Lake, I'm Dan Rascone for KSL 5 News.
Dan, we'll do